So this is pretty nifty. This comes with a content warning. Content warning for anxiety, negative thoughts, therapy, panic attacks. Though we cannot live in a world void of things that upset us, Team Toad House and Toad House Games believe in informed consent. We list common possible triggers before each game to help the player make their decision. The above topics are touched upon, and we leave it up to you, the player, to decide how to proceed. We have written the game with care, not to purposely upset. If you find yourself in a mentally dangerous place while playing, please contact a local mental health hotline, medical professional, or trusted loved one so you are not alone. That's nice. It's nice that they included that. Hi, welcome to another demo grab bag. This is Call Me Cera. And yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be an emotional one. I have a little bit of a feeling. Also, I want those headphones. I want them. Thank you very much. Doing a little bit of a window box here. Let's see here. See if we can make this full screen. There we go. There we go. We're all good now. We got that fixed. Okay. Just wanted to show that content warning because I thought that that was a nice thing that they provided. And, yeah, I quit the game. Well. There's also this bit where it can use self-voicing to read the text and tell you what's going on. You can press V at any time to activate that. And then controls. Okay, I'm going to skip it this time. All right. Back at it. Let's start it rather than quit it this time. Occasionally, you'll have to choose what you want to do or say. When these choices pop up, you'll hear this sound. It's like pa-ting. I'm curious.
Self-voicing enabled.
Oh.
Occasionally, you'll have to choose what you want to do or say. When these choices pop up, you'll hear this sound.
Super points for just
self-voicing disabled.
Just accessibility right there. Like, that's good. That is quality. Okay. When you hear this, you can use the up and down arrows to select your choice. You usually will have 2 or 3 options, but this can vary. This game auto-saves after a choice. You can save at any time via the menu or the quick menu found at the top right corner of your screen. So behind my face. Behind my face is where the menu is. Cera, making friends as an adult is hard for everyone. This is Nicole. Hi, Nicole. You need to develop that bond over time. At least one side needs to be committed, preferably both sides, and the opportunity to share important moments in life diminishes as you get older. It takes effort, and life gets busy. With careers and families, your friends are no longer the people in your math class who like the same music as you. It's now about the person they choose to be and how they make you feel. Do they make the effort? And do you return that effort the way they like and need? You're not the only one who struggles with this, and you're definitely not broken. This is going to hit way too freaking close to home. Way too close to home. 6 months earlier on March 21st. Okay, Cera, you can do this. Breathe in slowly and notice 5 new things. Easy peasy, everything is new. 1, Gigi napping in a sunspot. 2, this room is smaller than the old one. I can practically fry an egg from my bed. 3, speaking of, the oven needs to be cleaned. You'd think, with the large security deposit they demanded, they would take care of such things before moving. But of course not. Cheap apartment is cheap. 4, I still have 1,000,000 boxes to unpack. 5, does that cup have a chip in it? Ugh, why can't I have nice things? No, Cera, stop it. Not today. I am more than my negative thoughts. I scritch Gigi between the ears. Isn't that right, Gigi? Today is the first day of New Leaf Cera, version 2.0. I refuse to let my stupid anxiety ruin it. It's also the first day I'm leaving my apartment since I moved here last Wednesday. I squeeze my eyes shut. A day full of new places and people. I feel sharp pain behind my right eye and compress it with my palm. The pain starts to dull. No panic attack. Mission accomplished. I let out a heavy sigh and tumble onto my bed. A cat toy pokes me in the side. I groan and throw it on the floor. I miss the skylights we had in my old bedroom. I wonder if I'm allowed to hang a tapestry to cover the ceiling. Might be nicer to stare at. I really have to get going. We'll leave now. We'll be positive. We're gonna get this done. We're gonna beat our anxiety. If anything, I'll do this for Gigi. Yes, do it for the cat. Do it for the cat. Her cat food is very expensive. Money is necessary for her lavish lifestyle. I leave a treat next to her water bowl and kiss her little head. With a slow breath in, I grab my headphones and start my first day in my brand new town. Okay, so this is a girl who lives on her own with high anxiety and a black cat. This is a game about me. This is a game about me. The spring breeze is misty, clean, and cool in my nose. There are a few small, lonely islands of icy snow in shady spots next to buildings. Even sticking to the sidewalk, I need to jump over small rivers flowing into the street from soggy, grassy patches. Do I look foolish? Should a person pushing 30 still be jumping over puddles? I need to buy rain boots. That's how adults handle this. I'm an adult. Why don't I have rain boots? The rustic bus stop outside my apartment complex looks so different from the urban glass boxes I'm used to. I would be surprised if a cat bus rolled up. I wouldn't be surprised. Ah, I got it. I got you now. There's a town map on the inside wall and a poster inside a worn metal stand. The poster says, "Limited service in effect. Please bear with us as we improve our terminals. Not all stops available on all days. Thank you for understanding. Fernweh Transit Authority." It looks worn and rusted, like it's survived a blizzard. Looking over the map, it seems like every bus route goes through Main Street before splitting off to different areas. Oddly, every route also passes by the cafe on Main Street, so I can take any bus to get to work. One less thing to worry about. The breeze picks up and I zip my sweater closed. Ooh. The bus timetable is very wibbly wobbly. No actual time steps, just approximations. I should focus on the present. The bus should be here soon. Do I pay with cash? Is asking about credit cards a bad first impression? I wonder how it works here. Maybe this was a terrible idea. I'm full of terrible ideas. My hands are slick with sweat. I wipe them off with my sleeves and shove them deep into my pockets. A striped bus slows and stops in front of me. They accept both cash and cards. I climb on and find a seat in the back, turning up the volume of my MP3 player to drown out the strangers around me. So I'm here now. I was worried I'd miss my stop, but the bus driver called out Sudoku Cafe next as we approached a bus town center. It's like a book cafe? A bunch of people got off with me, too. I guess it's a popular destination. The cafe's nestled along a street lined with inviting storefronts, the air full of baked bread, colorful awnings, and bay windows stocked with handcrafted merchandise and food. I can see why the internet kept raving about Fernway's historical Main Street business district. It reminds me of a picture book I read in elementary school about a girl who sells daisies in a town square. I think the story took place in Berlin, maybe London? The perfect romantic weekend getaway, at least according to Bumble Dosh. Not that I'll have one of those for a while. I think I'll swear off dating for at least the next decade, or two. It honestly isn't worth the trouble. Same. I don't understand why it got so ugly. My ex-girlfriend still sends me a card on my birthday. But Zach, I shiver. I can't let him ruin today. It's too important. Cafe smells like coffee and books. A freshly cracked notebook, to be exact. The smell of promise. One of my favorite smells. Welcome in. What can I get started for you? A queue formed behind me while I was lost in my thoughts. Oh no, and now they think I'm a customer. If you're unsure, I can recommend some great options. Are you a tea drinker? Coffee? Hi, I'm new. I'm starting work today. The person springs from behind the counter, stopping short right in front of me. I honestly thought they were going to knock me to the floor. Hi, new. I'm Billy. Salutations. You too? They're gonna fire me before I even get my schedule. I don't know if I can do this. What do your friends call you, new? Cera. Call me Cera. Cera, lovely name, Cera. Love those shoes too, vintage. If by vintage you mean I've had them forever and just keep gluing the bottom back on, then yeah, vintage. They're old, so yeah, I guess. You're funny. This is gonna be good. I can tell already. You'll fit in great here. I resist the urge to clear my throat. Some people find throat clearing rude. Can't have them thinking I'm rude. The glob of saliva stuck in the back of my throat is extremely distracting. I assume that's supposed to be saliva. Is that Cera? A woman's voice resonates through the cafe, through the back stock room. Sorry, I got distracted. I saw a progress sticker. Sorry. I look around to apologize for disturbing anyone since it's my name. Everyone's shouting, but to my surprise, none of the customers look up. I guess this is normal for them. Billy points at me enthusiastically. Definitely an extrovert. On a lot of caffeine. With a broken volume control. What are your pronouns, Cera? Mine are they, them. I guess she and her? I've never really thought about it before. I hope I answered correctly. Sounds good. They wink and call out over their shoulder. Amani, she's great. Such a blessing since our dear Deja has moved onto greener pastures. You make it sound like she died, Billy. Deja's only on the road. If Billy is a hurricane, Amani is a lighthouse. I can feel my shoulders soften a little. She makes her lunch breaks here almost every day. In fact, she'll probably be here any minute. It's not the same. Billy sort of reminds me of a golden retriever. Their intensity is sweet once you get used to it. And Amani seems kind. I hope she likes me. Cafe is small with a lot of nooks for reading that are just begging me to curl up in them and vanish. There are about a dozen tables, ranging from two-person date night vibes to a long table that could fit maybe 8 or so, off in the back corner by the bathrooms. There's tea and coffee stuff all throughout the shop, but the merchandise is primarily stationery and books. Along the shelves, you'll occasionally find a little index card, giving a drink recommendation for a genre of that section. Apparently, The best drink to sip while reading about saving the world from dragons is Longjin tea. The best for murder mysteries is a London fog. And masala chai loves a good romance. Welcome, Cera. It's so nice to put a face to a voice. She thankfully doesn't go in for a handshake. My hands are clammy. I smile and nod. Billy, have you offered her a beverage yet? Was just getting to it. I have one more order to make and then I'm all hers. While you do that, I'll print out the last of her paperwork. Imani disappears around the corner behind the counter and I hear the door close behind her. Billy grins at me. You heard the boss lady. What can I get for you? All tea is good tea. Coffee, that seems like a solid choice. Lemonade sounds interesting. Ooh, that cinnamon orange cold brew. Ooh, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with coffee. Coffee, please, because that's good for my anxiety. You got it. They flutter around the beverage bar, almost like they're dancing. The pitchers and spoons clinking and tinkling. I made you our cinnamon orange cold brew. Yes, that's what I wanted to try. It's super tasty and packs a punch. Be prepared to be very awake. This is one of the most delicious drinks I have ever put in my mouth. My reaction makes Billy totter on their feet, swaying their balance from ball to heel. Their pride in their work is very cute. It's good, right? We're the best in town. Best in miles, really. It's all thanks to Imani. She takes her ingredients and methods very serious, and she's a blast to work for. You'll like it here, I promise. Imani's the owner, right? Yep, and I'm the manager. I'm almost always here, too. It will be great to have another set of hands, especially come summer. If Imani has to pick her kids up early or wants a date night with hubby, I'm the keeper of the books and the beans. I love my job. I get the feeling they really mean it too. But I would like an occasional day off too. Haven't really had one since Deja got her dream job at the art gallery. They sip something green and frothy from a mug, cupping it with both hands, and lean their back against the counter. I mean, it's Monday, so it's slow, but it would still be nice to go for a walk in the park before sunset, you know? They look past me for a minute, like I'm invisible, lost in thought. Anyway, Imani selects all the books we carry and travels every summer to purchase new teas and coffee beans. Her heart and soul run this place. And all of Fernway knows it. She's a pillar of our community. She even got FTA to add a bus stop across the street from our cafe. Ah, that explains a lot. Billy nods at me before greeting a mother and her 2 kids. The kids order lemonades and cookies. The entire interaction is a stark contrast to what I'm used to coming from the city. Small town, community vibes. This place seems like so much more than just a place to get coffee. A random internet job search, and I'm employed by the heart of my new hometown. That's lucky. Imani taps a stack of papers on a bookshelf and hands them to me, along with a glossy brochure. Apologies that took so long. We really need to buy a new printer. Ours is haunted by an unruly ghost. Make yourself at home and let Billy know if you have any questions. I have work to do in the back office. Wait, how much do I owe you for the drink? How much do you... Goodness, as if I'd make one of my own pay. Cera, you are part of our team now. Please, accept it as a welcoming gift. And that also extends to your days off. You want a drink? You get a drink. One of the many perks of working here. She calls over to the counter where Billy is handing over plates of warm cookies. What's her beverage of choice? Coffee. She is extremely prepared for your pile of paperwork. Good. We'll make sure to keep it well stocked so she gets as much as she likes. And Cera, you let me know if you need anything at all. I'm here for you to help. I nod and thank her. There's a few smaller round tables by the front window. I sit down and start filling out the tax forms. 20 minutes and one refill begrudgingly accepted later, I add my paperwork to the pile on Amani's desk and head out. Next destination, therapy. That place is so wholesome, I want to work there. That's where I want to work, thank you. It's a short walk. I arrive 5 minutes early. Good thing, too. I need some time to decompress. There's a digital coffee maker glowing blue on the counter next to a worn leather couch in the lobby. I move the self-care is best care throw pillow and curl up in the corner. I've been to a therapist before, back when my panic attack episodes first started. This is definitely a nicer office, though. There are about 5 doors around the hall, just past the waiting area, each complete with a small circular white noise machine on the floor, to the side of each door frame. I can faintly hear the hum of road construction from down the street over there roaring. Yeah. My mouth is dry. It's one thing to meet someone over webcam, but in person, first impressions are more important, I think. I hope she likes me. Cera, please come in. The sound of my name snaps me to the present. I recognize Nicole's voice from our consultation. There's only one door ajar. I hesitate a moment before pushing it open. Nicole's office smells like an expensive cotton-scented candle. The couch is a little scratchy, but in a good way, like it gives me something to grip onto. She settles into her armchair across from me and folds over the top sheet of her legal pad. It's great to finally meet you in person, Cera. How's unpacking going? It could be worse. Good, I suppose. A fresh start is an amazing thing. Many people dream of it. Few know what it's like to actually go through with it. I'd imagine it's just as difficult as it is exciting. I'm happy to just, start fresh. Speaking of fresh starts, how's your new job? You said it was at, Sudoku Cafe, right? I start next week. I met Billy and Amani today, though, when I filled out my paperwork. I settle onto the couch. Maybe this will be okay. I had some therapists try to tell me how to feel or expect me to get emotional. This just feels like a chat. It's nice. Very exciting. I'm sure you're in good hands. How are you feeling about it? Nervous. I like books. I think it might be okay. It's normal to be nervous starting a new job. New people, new roles. It takes time to adjust. And you're in a new hometown. I'd be nervous too. It's just... So I know we just met, but you're paid to like me, so I know this is okay. But if everyone at work finds me annoying, it wouldn't be the first time. I swallow hard. I'm paid to teach you tools to help you through things in life. I'm not paid to like you. Sure, but you know what I mean. You know, I don't like all my clients. I help them, but I don't like all of them. But then how do you sit there and listen to them? I can respect that the person in front of me needs to be listened to. And although I might not want to be friends with them, not that I'm friends with any of my clients, I'm your therapist, not your friend, I can still see a person in front of me that I can help. And they are asking for my help by coming to these sessions. So I do what I enjoy doing, helping people, when they ask for it. I couldn't do that. No? Yeah, if I don't like a person, they know. Yikes, that sounded mean. But it's not like I don't give people chances. I really do. Lots of them. I understand. I don't know if she does. Okay, one thing at a time. Are you familiar with the spheres of influence? No. Doesn't ring a bell. That's okay. The whole point of therapy is to learn tools like this to help you through the hard bits of life. I actually don't know anything about this myself, so I'm intrigued. Is this an actual thing? I'm intrigued. It's okay not to know. So, look at this. Nicole gestures over her shoulder to a framed poster hanging on the wall behind her. You see the number 1. Okay, yes. Your ones, they are your closest allies. Your ride or dies. The people you call at midnight when you need help. See that thick wall around them? It takes a lot to become a 1. It also takes a lot to fall out of being a 1. Even if you see a 1 for a while, even if you don't see 1 for a while, when you meet back up, it's like no time has passed. Your 1s are a small group, but they are your best friends and close family, whether by blood or chosen. Moving right along, the next group are your 2s. The friends you know well, but you're also not calling them to hide a body. Nicole chuckles a little too knowingly. My leg is bouncing. I will it to stop. I hope she doesn't find me too annoying. You hang out, celebrate birthdays, that sort of thing. If you want to really trust them, they can become a 1. If they do something hurtful, they can slip into becoming a 3. See that thin line? It's much easier for a 2 to slide into a 3 than a 1 to slip into being a 2. Follow so far? Don't like the idea of assigning numbers to people. I'm just gonna say yeah. Yeah, I understand so far. Okay, your 3s are acquaintances. People like your coworkers. You chat about general things like sports and what you did last weekend. If you build a rapport with them, they can earn your trust and become a 2, or they can just stay a 3, and that's perfectly okay. Nicole tilts her head and leans closer to me. I suddenly become very aware that I've been picking at the skin around my nails. You're not destined to become friends with every person you meet. She waits, like I'm supposed to respond. I nod. She sits back in her armchair. I wonder how long I've been holding my breath. Have I not been breathing this whole time? How long can humans go without breathing? I focus back on the poster. 4s are strangers. A person you saw at the bus stop. A cashier at the market. A barista who took your order once or twice. They can float in and out of your life and you probably wouldn't even notice. 3s can fade into 4s fairly easily, and a 4 can easily become a 3, hence the dotted line. So, let's roleplay for a second. Imagine I'm someone you see at a bus stop, a 4. What's something you could talk about if you were feeling chatty? Highly unlikely. Humor me. Okay. The weather? Exactly. I passed. Gold star for me. I hate small talk. Sure, and yeah, it can feel silly, but it's a tool. It's like dipping a toe in a pool instead of diving in, testing the waters. You can learn a lot about a person by how they react to simple things. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Let me put it this way. The ex-boyfriend you told me about in our telehealth session, Zach. He had all this information about you and he used it to hurt you. He failed a friendship test, never mind a relationship one. What he did was wrong, full stop, but we can protect ourselves from this kind of thing in the future. Somewhat. People will always get hurt, no matter how healthy your boundaries are. But we can be better about it. Okay. You started seeing me wanting to be better, wanting change. You moved to this new town, starting over, wanting change. So, how about we try something different? Something you haven't tried before, huh? Like giving small talk a chance, and not spilling our whole life story to people before building trust. I stare at my shoes. She's not wrong, I guess. But I don't like hearing it. People need to earn the right to hear your story. People need to earn the right to hear my story. Yes. And you theirs. I believe you can do this. You're smart and capable. Not many people can just pick up their life and start over. You've only been here a week, and you already have a therapist and a job. You're doing great. Now, I want to challenge you to practice small talk. Explore around town on your days off and chat with people. You can even assign them a number from the sphere of influence if it helps. Try to go out at least once a week. I know it will feel weird, especially coming from the city, but I really want you to try. Therapy homework. You weren't taught healthy boundaries. We can work on that. It's a start, right? I nod. That urge from school kids kicks in. I must be top of the class. Is there such a thing as being the best at therapy? Is there some therapy honor roll I can get on? Okay. I'll see you next week. She writes something in her planner before placing it on the table and walking me to the door. It shuts behind me with a heavy click. It was a short therapy session. Home sweet home. Kick my shoes off at the door, discard my sweater on the floor, and collapse onto my bed. Gigi pounces onto the pillow, just missing my head. Gigi, I did it. May not seem like much to others, but I did it. One day in the books. She curls up around me and rests her chin on my forehead. Therapy homework, huh? That's new. I could cry, I'm so tired. I roll over and pass out within seconds. I think this game's got a lot of potential. It's got a lot of potential. Like, the more I dug into, like, the spheres of influence, I think I have seen that before, but it's been so long. And what really didn't get touched on there, but what I feel like ultimately happened with Zach in the little bit of foreshadowing is that when you have someone go from like a 1 to a 3 or a 1 to a 4 even, because that can happen when someone betrays you so much that they feel like a stranger afterwards. And I feel like that's where we're gonna go with the Zach storyline, is that's like they were that close, and then he basically pulled the rug out from under her. But like, they talked a lot about the transition from, you know, a step up or a step down. But when someone who you think is a 1 becomes a stranger, that shit hurts. That shit hurts. And the entire time I was just like, are we going to talk about the possibility of somebody starting as a 1 and just breaking through all those barriers real fast? And I think, like, the opposite could happen. Like, not as fast as I think a 1 can become like a 3 or a 4, but someone could very quickly break through all your barriers and become a 1. And like the idea of earning that place versus just giving it out freely. And like, those barriers are there for a reason. Like, there were some interesting conversation points there that got me thinking. And that's what I like as far as like the potential of this game. It's just the gears in my brain are working a little bit, and I appreciate that. And it looks like it's gonna be a good story storytelling, and I want to work at the little book cafe place in a small town and live in a tiny apartment with my black kitty. Basically, it's a very idealized lifestyle, like a lot of people dream about this idea of moving to a small town and working in a bookshop, right? That's like a fantasy for a lot of people. But I think that hopefully this explores the fact that that doesn't fix you, right? That's not gonna magically make your anxiety go away. So yeah, I think there's a lot of potential here. But yeah, that was Call Me Cera. I am going to put the link to this game down in the information box, and I will also put a link to my Twitch if you would be so kind to check that out. That'd be cool. And yeah, this game hit hard, but in a different way than I thought it was going to. Like, it was very everyday hard, right? Very everyday hard. And that just hits different. Anyway, alright, thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Ever just need to run away to a cottage in the woods with your girlfriend? I don't know.
Is this a
raise
trailer?
some chickens? Same. Except I don't have a cute girlfriend. My partner just dumped me, and cottages aren't cheap. What to do? Impulsively move and start over.
Yes!
Fern V. Sure, weird way to spell that. Start therapy. Work at a tea shop. Make friends. Be friends with me. Please be my friend?
Friendships can't be forced on people, Cera. Life isn't a video game.
But that would be so much easier. Hi, call me Cera. Want to be friends?
Cute.